Hello everybody, this is Gar and welcome back to another video of Stardew Valley. In today's video, we are going to talk about the items you can purchase from Key's secret Walnut Room. To access the Walnut Room, you just need to find 100 golden walnuts and you can come in here. The first thing you need to know about the Walnut Room is that you need special Key gem currency to purchase the lovely items that are available. And you can get that currency by doing special quests. Now these quests reset every couple of days, and generally speaking, the harder the quest is, the more gems will be rewarded to you. It's also worth noting too that if you play in cooperative mode, both players can get the rewards, so it makes it much easier, to purchase these items if you have multiple people playing. So as we can see here, there's loads of items you can get from the console here. The first thing I recommend you do if you've found all the golden walnuts is to trade in the rest of your golden walnuts for key gems, as there's no more use for those. Once you've purchased all of the key gems that you can get, you should have a look at the recipes here. There's some overpowered recipes. Heavy Tapper works twice as fast as a regular tapper. Hyper Speed Grow. It can accelerate crops by at least 33%. That's absolutely huge. It means you can get an additional harvest in each season, especially with the longer crops. And then we have the Deluxe Fertilizer. This will allow you to harvest iridium quality crops. And obviously the higher your farming skill is, combined with the Deluxe Fertilizer, the higher chance you're going to have. The Hopper recipe. This will automatically load produce into your machines, such as cheese presses and kegs, etc. So let's talk about the Junimo chest. You need 2 of these chests for it to work properly, but you can buy and put down as many as you want. Basically they all link up to each other, and they even link across islands. You can put one on your regular farm, you can put one here on Ginger Island, and they will link across. I just got the wife to put ancient seeds into the Junimo chest on the regular farm, and as you can see there, I got them there without hassle. So it's a great way to transport items around the map, and you can put anything into these chests. Weapons, forageables, healing items, you name it, bombs. These chests will transfer for you no problem. The next item we're going to talk about is the Hopper. These items are absolutely amazing time savers. You can fill these up with any sort of crop that you want, any item that can be further processed, and the Hopper will automatically load it into your produce machine. Take a look at our lovely preserve bins here. They're going to make lovely pineapple jelly for us. And as you can see, each hopper has loads of slots in it, so you can fill it up with all manner of things. And it's such a great time saver. Now you do need iridium bars, to make things like the hopper. You need iridium ore to make other things. Check out my iridium ore farming video, which showcases great methods to get lots of ores. Next up, you have the horse flute. So basically you can play this flute and it will summon your horse, just like you can summon it in Elden Ring. And as you can see here, you can bring it over to Ginger Island and you can ride around on it. It's also worth noting too that if you take a food buff that increases speed, the horse goes faster. Next up we have Pierre's missing stock list. If you give this to Pierre, it will enable him to sell you crops all year round, regardless of the season. So if you're in summer, for example, you can get spring and fall crops off him. This makes it much easier to take on community center challenges, to go for achievements such as Perfectionist, because you can get your hands on these crops and you can either put them in your greenhouse if you want to grow them out of season, or you can just go over to your Ginger Island farm and you can just set them up there. So it's an absolutely amazing way to get those endgame titles. As you can see here, he's got all the crops in stock. Now obviously he doesn't have the strawberries and things like that, he only sells those at the event, but he has everything else. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you the Ginger Island farm with basically every crop in the game. Let's showcase you the power of the Ginger Island farm. It's got 15 of each crop, and the reason why I did this is because I'm just aiming for Perfectionist on this file. So as we can see here now, I also have sprinklers set up on this farm, and you probably noticed that sprinklers on the right have pressure nozzles, sprinklers on the left have enrichers. So a pressure nozzle is an item, it's an attachment for the sprinkler that can be purchased using key gems in his secret Walnut Room. And it will increase the range on your iridium sprinkler by 1 tile. all angles. This means that I have 6 tile spaces between each iridium sprinkler with a pressure nozzle. So as you can see here, I can put down a lot more crops. That means a lot more money for me. If we go over to the left here, we have iridium sprinklers equipped with enrichers, and an enricher will basically deploy whatever fertilizer is inside it automatically, saving you tons of time every time you have to pull up crops. So I've got deluxe fertilizers inside those ones. So basically it goes something like this. If your farming level is 10 and you have deluxe fertilizer, and you take, for example, a buff food that gives you +4 to farming, you have about a 55% chance to pull up an iridium quality crop. Deluxe fertilizer is the only way you can get iridium quality crops. So there is a handy piece of information for you. So next up, I'm just going to show you the hoppers here in action again. So I'm gonna loot all this lovely pineapple jelly, and as we can see, the hoppers just redeploy the next thing inside them into the preserve bins. So it's a great time saver, and I'm going to sell all that lovely jelly now to make some nice profits. Pineapple jelly is actually an amazing way to make great money in this game. The next thing we're going to talk about are some of the more miscellaneous items you can get using key gems. So I've got the key hat on me at the moment, very stylish indeed. I've got the huge aquatic tank there with legendary fish inside it. It's a great aesthetic for inside the house. And then we have the exotic double bed, which you can also purchase for key gems. It looks really nice. It's definitely one of my favourite beds in terms of aesthetic look. And over here then we have the lovely deconstructors, and these will basically break items apart and give you back some of the items, you know, that were used to create it in the first place. If we put in a staircase here, for example, it gives you back 99 stone. And a great way to stock up on stone is to basically trade in your jades to the desert trader for staircases, and then you can put staircases into the deconstructor for tons of stone. Great way to make loads of stone. You can put in a regular spinner and get back the same amount of mats that is required to make the spinner. That's basically unlimited spinners for you. Same goes for the treasure hunter tackle I put in. It takes 2 golden bars to make. When you deconstruct it, you get 2 golden bars back. So that's basically an unlimited treasure hunter. Just make sure you deconstruct it before it expires on you. I put in the warp totem to the desert. I got back 4 iridium ore, and I put in a rain totem. I got back a truffle oil. So what's really amazing here is that if you stock up on omni geodes, you can trade those into the desert trader for warp totems to the desert, and you can deconstruct those for tons of iridium ore. It's a great way to stack up on lots of iridium ore without actually going into the skull cavern. Next up we have key seasoning. So the farmer's lunch here gives a +3 farming, 200 energy, 90 health. I just made one using a key seasoning, and now I get 360 energy, 162 health, and +4 farming. So key seasoning will upgrade the stats on a food when you make it. This is especially potent if you use lucky lunches, as it upgrades the luck, giving you a +4 luck on a lucky lunch. Not as good as a magic rock candy, but it's still extremely good, especially if you don't have the luxury of purchasing magic rock candies. Next up we have the mushroom trees. You can purchase mushroom seeds using key gems, and what you get back are lovely mushroom trees. Now it's also worth noting here that the mushroom tree generally will just give you common mushrooms, but occasionally it will give you purple mushrooms and red mushrooms. Now they are rare, but it can happen. And the mushroom trees will generate seeds around them on the ground, which in turn will grow up into more mushroom trees. So as you can see there, I've got a small little mushroom tree down at the bottom there that's grown. You can also cut down these trees at a small chance to get the the mushroom hat, which looks really cool. So that is basically the mushroom trees. They're really cool. Very nice aesthetic for the farm actually. There's also a very small chance you can get a mushroom tree and fall. One of your trees will get converted into a mushroom tree. Now it's a small chance, but it has happened to me a few times, especially if you have a lot of trees on your farm. Next up we are going to talk about the lovely infinity weapons. So you can purchase galaxy swords using key gems. Galaxy swords will upgrade galaxy weapons to infinity weapons. Basically it just upgrades the stats on your galaxy weapon dramatically. 3 galaxy swords will upgrade your weapon into an infinity tier weapon. So I just got the infinity blade there, one of the strongest weapons in the game. 80 to 100 damage plus 4 speed. You can also use Galaxy Souls on the Galaxy Dagger and the Galaxy Hammer. So that is other ways you can get Galaxy Souls as well, but for the purpose of today's video, I just wanted to show you, you know, the Walnut Room way. Next up, we have Magic Bait. Now, Magic Bait is great fun when it comes to fishing. Basically, it will unlock the entire fishing pool for you when you fish in a certain region. So it doesn't matter what time of day it is, doesn't matter what season it is, doesn't matter what weather conditions you have. If you fish in the ocean like this, all of the ocean fish become available. If you're going for legendary fish, for example, if you're going for the legend fish up in the lake, it doesn't have to be raining, you'll have a fair shot at him. Magic Bait it's really handy, especially if you're going for the fishing achievement where you want to catch all the fish, but you don't want to wait for a particular season to come around. And next up we have the Golden Egg. Now if you get Perfectionist, you can get a Golden Egg from the Walnut Room for 100 key gems. A golden chicken will lay 1 golden egg every single day. And these eggs go for an absolute ton of money. The golden chickens are on par with pigs. They make incredible profits for you. So I'm just going to sell an iridium egg, a golden egg and a silver egg just to see what kind of profits we get. Check out my animal tier video if you want a breakdown on what are the most profited animals in the game. So let's have a look. 900 gold for the gold, 750 for the silver, 1200 for an iridium. Now it's not as good as truffle oil, but it's still real nice. Bear in mind that these chickens lay eggs regardless of weather. So if it's raining, they're going to lay eggs. If it's winter, they're going to lay eggs. It's also worth noting that 1 egg will convert into 3 mayonnaise if you put it into a mayonnaise machine. Next up, we're going to purchase the key to the town, which is an extraordinary item. It means that you can access vendors much earlier in the day. So as we can see here, we're going into Marnie to purchase hay because Marnie is never around. But strangely enough, she's around at the crack of dawn, 6 o'clock. She's good to go. So I'm purchasing hay for the month here for my animals. We also have other early risers. Pierre, for example, you know, it's 6:30. He's ready to go. Clint, 10 to 7, and he's ready for road. So the key to the town is a magnificent item to have. So that is basically it. That is all of the items that you can get in the Walnut Room covered. Now, radioactive bars and radioactive ores, you know, it's needed to make a lot of those items. So make sure you check out my radioactive ore farming video, you know, to get the best methods on, you know, on making those items. So we're now going to take out our lovely scythe and we are going to go to town on this Perfectionist patch. And it's highly satisfying. And all these are going to go into the shipping bin. So what's happening here now is that I don't have enough inventory slots to hold all of these items. But I'm just going to scythe them all anyway. Now I'm actually using a mod here to, you know, to scythe all these plants. Just to make life a little bit easier for myself. So I am going to leave the video there, and I will upload the next Stardew Valley video in the next day or two. So if you've been around the channel for a while, you've probably noticed that the videos I upload are kind of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That is the regular upload time for Stardew Valley content. I might branch out into different games in the near future, but I will never upload, you know, that content on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. You know, that might be uploaded on a Tuesday or a Thursday, or maybe over the weekend if I have time. But you'll always have Stardew Valley content Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That is an absolute guarantee, because I have a ton of content almost ready to go for your pleasure. So again, I appreciate you. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified for my future videos. And as always, have a great day.